one statement. I think you should go on the attack, as you did, but really forcefully, and say Texas has a choice. If you want more of the same or true freedom, go with Debra Medina. Please be even more aggressive. People are ready for you to do it. That's my advice. Really, we need a big bomb politically to go off in their face in the info war. How are you going after Perry and K-Baby? And then secondarily, how do we support you going in to next month with the early voting and then into the election at the end of the month?
Well, I'm going to go after both of them on their record and on their failure to articulate a plan to restore freedom and prosperity for Texas. And you're absolutely right. I'm hitting both hard. We're drawing votes from both camps. We're drawing votes from all over Texas. We're going to continue to do that. We need elbow grease, shoe leather, and dollars. If you can help us with any of those things, prayer cover is great. Any of the four and all that you can apply to this campaign, we have a real opportunity here in Texas. We can win this race, win it fair and square, win it clean away, just like we won the last debate. We won that debate hands down. Hands down, every poll said Medina won that debate. That's we Texans advocating the message of freedom that our founders staked their life, their liberty, and their sacred honor for. The freedom that those kids in Tiananmen Square died for. We can win in Texas. Elbow grease, shoe leather, dollars, prayer cover. Let's get it done.
And regardless, resistance is victory. You're out there injecting real issues into the debate at the state level like Ron Paul did nationally and internationally. Standing up, we win. Now look at the banks about to get audited. Look at the private Federal Reserve on the run. Look at the flu hoax exposed. Look at the carbon tax in Copenhagen falling apart. The whole New World Order is out in the open now, and the peasants are getting their pitchforks, Deborah.
Hallelujah.
All right, we'll talk to you. I'm gonna hand you over to my producer right before you go. Deborah, we'll talk to you Sunday during the 4 to 6 p.m. program. Thank you for joining us on Sunday.
Perfect. Thank you.
And good luck tomorrow night. Everybody pray for her. Very, very exciting that is going on and happening. And look, I got your Twitter questions in. And starting tomorrow, I kind of forgot about it for a few weeks. We're calling. The problem is we forgot for a few weeks, and then there's over 1,000 phone calls in the comment line. But we're going to continue to play some of those on the show. So definitely look forward to that. Also, but again, 1 minute comment line where you can go in and make your quick comment. Problem is we have to wade through people that go in there and make like 30, 40, 50 a day. And that's most of the, there's probably 300 people that called, but 20 or 30 of them left like 100 messages. So it's crazy. Oh, man. I mean, having this much grassroots support, having these many tens of millions of listeners in the aggregate, millions that tune in every week. We look at the numbers for prisonplanet.com and Infowars.com. There were over 5 million different IP addresses that came into Infowars.com the last month. 5 million. Just over 4 million for Prison Planet. That's 5 million different people. At one, 4 million on the other. Infowars had over 50 million page views. That's not hits, folks. A hit, they trick you with that number. That's every graphic or whatever on the page. 5 people visit your site, you get 100 hits. No, we're talking about devastating amounts of traffic against the New World Order. I mean, everything we write, everything we post, everything we do just has huge effect. And believe me, I know the responsibility of that, and I'm not perfect, and I'm trying to step up to the plate in this position we're in. Just remember, though, there's a lot of dirty tricks getting run against myself, Debra Medina, Ron Paul, everybody else, because we're on the right side of history, because we're telling the truth, because we're getting involved. I want to come back with a really serious news blitz at the very end of the show. Very, very serious news blitz. But before I do that, I also want to encourage everybody to support us. We have Shadow Government that is really a hot video. I saw it. We only carry what I think is the best. It's got Daniel Estulin. It's got so many other G. Edward Griffin's in it. It's got Catherine Albrecht and so many others, and it really exposes the New World Order, the Cashless Society tracking grid, the RFID, obviously Fall of the Republic. This is the film to shatter the left-right paradigm, to wake up fake right-wingers, left-wingers, to really know who the enemy is, the big offshore banks, the carbon tax fraud. It's all in here. Obviously, the Obama deception. And there's a new video I consulted on that exposes the drug war, the government drug dealing. It's a lot more hardcore than American drug war. That just exposes how immoral it is and how it puts money into the drugs by making them illegal and makes more people use them. This is a hardcore film that Kevin Booth has made, and it ships the 15th of next month. In 17 days, it's being mass manufactured right now. I'm paying for it to be manufactured. I'm actually the one manufacturing it. So how weed won the West. And it explains how it's a states' rights issue, how the government's caught dealing the drugs, how they don't want people to have medical access to it, but how this is really setting the precedent for states' rights. Because if the states can decide their own marijuana laws, you want to ban it, want to legalize it, want to decriminalize it, that's the people of the state. They elect the legislature. It's the law. But now other states are saying, well, we'll have our own manufacturing of guns, Montana and now others. Or, you know, we'll have our own gun laws. Some states are saying we're just going to ignore your federal gun laws because that's what the Constitution says. This is the rebellion at the state level. Pre-order How Weed Won the West. Absolutely amazing documentary available at Infowars.com right now, and the trailer's up on the Alex Jones channel at YouTube. Or just Google How Weed Won the West trailer, Alex Jones. We'll be right back on the other side of this quick break with a key news blitz. Stay with us.